Also, it will be nice to make sure that others who are not talking is muted, so that it will be easy for us to focus.
I've started.
Hare Krishna. So I just wanted to quickly introduce and then get into the discussions. So thank you all for coming tonight. As you know, it's really bad weather, and as I'm looking outside of my window, I see piles of snow around. Nobody's driving. So for sure, it was not a good day to gather in the temple. But still, we thought we need something where we can connect, see each other, meet each other, and hear some pastime of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So with that intent, we requested Lal Gwal Prabhu to come and share some pastime. And also it's New Year. It will be nice that we can talk some of the good thing that we'll do in coming year. Thank you all for joining. With that, I would like to, Lal Gwal Prabhu does not need any introduction more than that. He is a member of RGB and uh, also member of executive committee for RGB, which is very good service in pleasing, service of Srila Prabhupada. So that the most I can talk, remaining. So let us get to the class. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Dandot.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you very much. Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Parama Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Ajnanam Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militamena Tasmai Sri Gurube Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Khadhamahyam Tadanti Swapadantikam Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Wish you all a very happy New Year 2025. This is the first class that we are having of this year, which Ramacharya Prabhu wanted to have it at the temple, but situations are different. But nevertheless, nothing can stop us getting together. So we use all Krishna's energy in different ways in his service. So I was just contemplating on what we can speak, what I can speak today on the New Year. And only I can think of is the New Year has 12 months. Therefore, I was just thinking, what is related to 12 months? Well, in Vaishnava calendar, every month represents the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Every name has some unique thing that we need to be connected with. So if you call this year as per the English calendar, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, it doesn't connect with us really, unless and until you have your birthday on that particular month. If you have a birthday, then that month is very special for us. Or if you have a wedding day, so some people it's good for celebrating wedding day. They're happy about it. So I was thinking what is going to connect us with every month for this upcoming New Year, that 12 number, Dwadasa Namas, the 12 names of the Lord, which makes every month. And the number 12 is also very special because it is 12 cantos that we have in Srimad Bhagavatam. The number of cantos we have is 12. And also the Mahajans that we have are also 12 in numbers. Brahma, Narada, Shiva, Kumaras, Kapila, Swayambhu, Prahlada, Janaka, Bhishma, Balimara, Sukadev, Yamaraj. So we have 12 Mahajans. And forest of Vrindavan are also 12 in number, by the way. And if you turn the pages of Chaitanya Charitamrita, we can find that Nityananda Prabhu has 12 special associate, Ramadasa, Sundarananda, Kamalaksha, Gauridas Pandit, Parameshwara, Dhananjaya Pandit, Mahesha Pandit, and so forth. Many. And also the characteristics of Atma is also 12. Atma is Nityam, it is eternal, it is free of deterioration, that avyaya, it is shuddha, without any contamination, is asamgata, meaning it is not a product made of 24 elements, and it's a knower of the body, kshetrajna, is ashraya, meaning it's a shelter for all the senses, the five senses we have. This is going to be the Atma as a shelter for that. Avikriya. Avikriya means it's free of any changes that it goes through. Atma does not go through any changes. That's number 7. And number 8 is it's self-illuminated. You don't need a light to see where the Atma is. But we can't see the Atma, but it's self-illuminated for the self-realized soul. Number 9 is it's a cause for the creation. Because of its karma, the worlds are getting created. Number 10, Vyapaka. Vyapaka means it's pervaded all over the body through the consciousness. Atma is present in one place, but the consciousness is spread everywhere. That is number 10. Asangi. Atma is naturally is detached from many things. But because we are in this body, it gets attached to many things. But in natural position, asangi. Sangi means to attachment. Asangi means to be detached. The Atma is actually speaking detached. Anavrita, that is number 12, cannot be covered. Atma cannot be covered with any object because it's sushma. So it cannot be connected. Therefore, we have Bhagavatam is 12 cantos. We have 12 months. Atma characteristics are 12. Nityananda Prabhu has 12 associates. Vrindavan has 12 forests. And the personalities, Mahajans, are 12. And also the qualities of Brahmanas also 12. Dharma, Satyam, Dhamaha, Tapaha, Krihihi, Titiksha, Anusaya, Dhanam, Dritihi, Shrutam, Irihi, all those different 12 qualities. And on top of it, 12 number is very important for devotees, Vaishnava, because Urdhva Pundram means that 12 parts of the body is marked with tilak. Therefore, the 12 Urdhva Pundrams are also important, which one gets as a time of initiation. It's common now, everyone applies tilak, but traditionally, the thing is that at the initiation time, the Guru gives the mantra, gives the name, gives the Urdhva Pundram, gives steps to procedure to follow the deity worship and so forth. So samskara, there are samskaras which has been performed, and Urdhva Pundram is one of them. And then every time we do any activities, deities related activities, or any ritual thing, we have to do Achmanam. Achmanam, Keshava Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhava Namaha, Govinda. We have to do. This is also 12 names of Vishnu. And on top of it, as I said in the starting, we have 12 this year, 2025, not just 2025. Every year, we have the month, which is also of 12 names. Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudhana, Trivikrama, Vamana, Sridhara, HrusIkeSA, Padmanabha, Damodara. Now, a little background on this one, these names, is that cutting short on the bigger picture of hierarchy of the creation, I'm keeping it short, starting from Chaturvyuga. Chaturvyuga or 4 Vyuga, where the 4 are Vyuga Vasudeva, Shankarshana, Pradyumna, Aniruddha. These are 4 Chaturvyugas, which comes from the Lord Narayana, and then above as an hierarchy which goes another Chaturvyuga and so forth. But to cut down and save time, we'll start from this particular Chaturvyuga. And in the Shankarshana, there are 6 opulences of the Lord, where they say Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Shakti, Tejas. That is knowledge, strength, lordship, valor, and energy, and splendor. Also, renunciation is another one, can be added to this one. Out of these 6 things, when the Lord expands himself, Vasudeva, from Narayana Vasudeva, Vasudeva to Shankarshana, Shankarshana to Pradyumna, Pradyumna to Aniruddha. What happens is the responsibility varies. Shankarshana takes care of destruction. Pradyumna takes care of Srishti, means creation. Aniruddha takes care of maintenance. How do they do? Destruction is taken place by the two important opulence that they have, Shankarsana has, that is knowledge and strength. Pradyumna creates this world by Aishwarya, that is lordship and valor. And Aniruddha maintains this world by Shakti and Tejas, energy and splendor. It's not over yet. Of this Chaturviga four, then further they expand themselves into three each. Each one has three. Vasudeva expands into Keshava, Narayana, Madhava. Shankarshana expands into Govinda, Vishnu, and Madhusudhana. Pradyumna expands into Trivikrama, Vamana, and Sridhara. And Aniruddha expands into HrusIkeSA, Padmanabha, and Damodara. And they also have their own colors, specific colors, and they also have a specific ayudam or weapon that they carry. And the way that they carry also differs. Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. The way that the order that they have also differs. And out of all the four, they have a special, unique weapon also. And what they, each one of them have a consort. Consort means concert, not concert, consort. Consort means the the wife of each lord is Keshava's consort is Sri, Narayana's Amrutodbhava, and Madhava is Kamala, Govinda is Chandradosi, and then Vishnu is Vishnu Patni, Madhusudhana is Vaishnavi, Trivikrama is Vararoha, and Vamana is Harivallabha, and Sridhara is Sharangini, and HrusIkeSA is Deva Devika, and then Padmanabha is Mahalakshmi, Damodara is Lokasundari. Now, what we do as a practitioner of Krishna consciousness, or any Vaishnava for that matter, we apply tilak on 12 parts of our body. When we apply the tilak of 12 parts of our body, starting from top forehead, Keshavaya Namaha, we say that Nama and then apply the Urdu Pundram on top word, not on the side, on the top, Urdu Pundram, because we want to elevate, we want to go upper, higher. We don't want to stay in this world, therefore it's Urdu Pundram. It takes us up. So on the forehead, we apply Keshavaya Namaha. And in the middle of the abdomen, when we apply tilak over there, we say Narayanaya Namaha. And on the chest, apply and we say Madhavaya Namaha. On the neck, on the middle of the neck, we say Govindaya Namaha. On the right side of the abdomen below, we apply tilak, say Vishnuvaya Namaha. And then on the right arm side, we say Madhusudhanaya Namaha. And then again on the neck side and upper side, we say Trivikramaya Namaha. And coming on the left side of the abdomen, we apply tilak and say Vamanaya Namaha. Again, repeat the same thing. On the left-hand side arm, we say Sridharaya Namaha. Upper side, we say HrusIkeSaya Namaha. And the back, we say Padmanaya, and then we say Damodaraya. Some have orders of change at the last one, goes up and then down. But this is the way that we apply tilak. And another important point is this Keshava Namadigal, but Keshava Nama, all these 12 Namas also represents each month. November to December is Keshava Masa. December to January is Narayana Masa. January to February is Madhava. And February to March is Govinda Masa. March to April is Vishnu Masa. And April to May is Madhusudhana Masa. And May to June is Trivikrama Masa. And June to July is Vamana Masa. And July to August, Sridhara Masa. And August to September, HrusIkeSA Masa. And September to October, Padmanabha Masa. And October to November, Damodara Masa. And November to December, again Keshava Masa. So you can see how the year goes round with the 12 names. And if we stay in this connection in this way, oh, we are now in this particular Masa, Narayana Masa, then we feel more saved and protected. Rather than we remind ourselves we are in January, but the days are passing so fast. That's what we say. Just now it started, New Year's just started. But then look at that. We are already on the 5th day of January. So we feel either happy or thinking the days are going faster, or if it is not moving faster, we'll be sad about that also. But when we see that this is Narayana Masam, this Narayana month is where I am in, then we get connected to Narayana. Connected to next month, we connected to Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudhana, Trivikrama, Vamana, Sridhara, HrusIkeSA, Padmanabha, Damodara, Keshava. So in this way, if we think about every year, we are in Krishna consciousness. We are always in Krishna consciousness. Now, why the month's name has been called with these 12 names is an important question that we need to know. if when we go to Bhagavatam and Vishnu Puranam and few other Puranams, the details of how the sun revolves, sun goes, the activities of sun has been explained very nicely. That is, every month there is a Surya Mandala, and there is a preceding deity of the Surya Mandala is a post called Surya Deva, and that post every month another person takes over. Every month, it's not the same person who rides a chariot. This chariot is a very special chariot, a huge chariot with 7 horses and one wheel. It has only one wheel. And again, there are a lot of details of this particular chariot, how it travels, what the representation of wheel, what's the representation of 7 horses represent the chandas, and so forth. But every month, the preceding deity of responsibility of that particular month will come take over. Likewise, the 12 personalities are the 12 Adityas. Vivaswan, Aryama, Tvashta, Savitur, Bhaga, Datra, Mitra, Varuna, Amsha, Humshan, Indra, and then Vishnu. Vishnu is not that Vishnu, it's an Aditya Vishnu, where Krishna himself said, of Adityas, I am Vishnu. That particular Vishnu is very special Vishnu. Anyway, so they all take turns. When the time comes to change, it is not only the Aditya get changed. Along with Aditya, there is a particular Rishi who is also part of that group. It's a group. Like, in some temples, when I was visiting Dallas temple, they have this program called every Sunday, a particular Bhakti Vrisha groups comes and cook for the Sunday program. Every Sunday, there are many Bhakti Vrisha groups, and then one Bhakti Vrisha group takes in charge of cooking for Sunday program that particular Sunday. Like that, every Sunday it changes. When they change, people change. Likewise, when the month comes, when the month change to next month, Aditya change, and a particular Rishi change. A Gandharva, one Gandharva will be there, one Aditya will be there, one Rishi will be there, one Apsara will be there, one Yaksha will be there, one Rakshasa will be there, and one Sarpam will be there. Rakshasa does not mean that every Rakshasa is bad Rakshasa. Rakshasa, bad Rakshasas are there, good Rakshasas also there. Yakshas also good and bad are there. Those who are there in the position are all good people. We can understand. Otherwise, they won't be here. They will be in a Lanka or some other place, right? So these are 7 people. A set makes a set for every month. They all change, and the names of each Gandharva, Rishis, Aditya, Apsara, Yaksha, and Rakshas, every name has been given. They all change. They all change. And when they change, and it's a different month. After the month, it changes. Now, why, instead of having a month called Mitra, Varuna, Amsa, Pumshan, Indra, Vishnu, Dritra, instead of having the name of that particular sun god, why we are calling Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudhana, Trivikrama, Vamana, Sridhara, HrusIkeSA, Padmanabha, Damodara, is because it is said, Dheya Sada Savitra Mandale Madhyavarti Narayana Sarasijasana Tannivishtaka Keyuravan Makara Kundalavan Kiriti Hari Hiranmaya Vapur Drita Sanka Chakraha. This particular beautiful sloka, which is usually chanted for one who regularly follows Sandhya Vandana, who follows so during the Sandhya Kala, there is something that needs to be performed, chanting Gayatri Mantra, doing certain ritual thing. It is done 3 times a day. At that particular time, the performer, the person who is performing, will chant this mantra, Deya Sada Savitra Mandale, Madhyavarte Narayana Sarasida Sannivishtaga, Keyuravan, Makara Kundalavan, Kiriti Hari, Hiranmaya Vapur Dita Sanka Chakraha. Of all these Adityas who's taking post on that particular month, within that Aditya, with that particular Devata, the Lord who resides inside in the Atma of that particular Devata, in the heart of that particular Devata, or Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, respective. For that particular Devata, Keshava, Narayana to another Aditya, Madhava to another Aditya. So it is the Lord who is present as a super soul within the sun god. Therefore, when we do Surya Narayana, Surya Namaskaram, Surya Puja, or any of this puja, it is not as a Vaishnava, it is not that we are offering our prayer to that particular Aditya. Rather, we are performing the prayers to the super soul within that particular Aditya. That is how the praise says, Deyam Sada Savitra Mandale Madhyavarti Narayana Sarasida Sannivishtaha. He is situated within the heart of all Adityas. Who is it? Shankh Chakra Gadha Padma Dwaraka Nilayachyuta Govinda Pundarikaksha Rakshamam Sharnagatam. So that particular Lord, to that particular Lord who's holding Shankh Chakra Gadha Padma, who's also Dwaraka Nilaya Achyuta, who's a resident of Dwaraka, Govinda, who's having Pundarikaksha, his beautiful lotus eyes, Rakshamam. Let him protect us. I am falling at his feet as Sharanagata. I surrender at his feet. So this is why we have every month name with Lord's name, this 12 names. That is the reason we have Lord's name as Keshava Narayana names, every name. Now the Supreme Lord's name is can be classified into a group, which name can explain is essential nature. Swarupam is essential nature. That's number one. A certain names can explain is rupam, is form. Certain names can explain his qualities, guna. Certain names explain qualities, guna. And certain names can explain is vibhavam. Vibhavam means his past and his avatar. As Krishna, Nanda Kumara, Navanida Chora, Yashoda Nandana, Devaki Nandana. All these names are vibhava. Guna, or which speaks about his particular qualities. Dina Dayalu, Karunakara, all these different names, all his gunas. Rupa talks about his beautiful forms, how beautiful he is. Pundarikaksha, just now we saw Pundarikaksha, Rajiva Lokshana, all his names are there. And whereas Swarupam is called Ishwara, right? Paramatma, all these big names, right? Swarupam is nature, Rupam, and Guna, and Vibhavam. Now let's get started. We have another 37 minutes. In 37 minutes, we have to we are going to we have to go through this 12 names of the Lord and understand its meaning. And at the end, we are going to see what is the benefit of chanting these 12 names and how important it is when we are applying tilak, when we're doing achmanam, and when you're doing any of these samskaras related to the deities, how important it is we really call out the name and then apply the tilak, apply achmanam. It's not over, tilak is over. No, we take some time and really concentrate. Keshavaya namaha, Narayanaya namaha, Madhavaya namaha, Govindaya namaha. We just meditate on that particular name. And this presentation hopefully will help us to meditate while we are applying tilak, doing ashmanam, or for that matter, for rest of the year to come, of appreciating every month in connection with the Lord. So let's get started. Keshavanam. Keshava's consort is Sri. Her name is Sri. Which month is this? November and December, which just passed. Yeah, November, December. Yeah. Now, in the Vishnu Sahasranamam, it's all related to the information that's been collected and gathered over in this presentation is based on Pancharatrika scriptures and based on Lakshmi Tantra, and then based on Vishnu Sahasranamam. And of course, there are other scriptures like Mahabharata and Ramayana, we find these names. And Bhagavad Gita also, we find these names, some of these names. So it's very, it's authentic, whatever we are sharing here. So in the Vishnu, starting with the Vishnu Sahasranam, it is said, Narasimha Vapuhu Sriman Keshava. Sriman Keshava. Narasimha Vapuhu is beautiful form. Narasimha is Sriman Keshava. That Narasimha is known as Keshava. Why is Keshava is so very beautiful? Is Vapu means it's beautiful form. Is so very beautiful. Now let's see the meaning of Keshava. Keshava Klesha Nasanaha. There are 4 meanings has been given for this Keshava Nama. Keshava Klesha Nasanaha. That's number 1. What does it mean? One who destroys all the klesha. All the klesha means unwanted things, obstacles, problems, everything everything falls in this klesha. So Keshava, Klesha Nasanaha, it will destroy all the klesha. And then now the second, before we go to the second meaning of what klesha means, what happened is it is said in the Vishnu Puranam, where it is said that a Jivatma goes to the Yamaloka for whatever simple acts it does. He goes to Yamapatnam, and the first thing that Yamaraj asks is, you didn't do any good activities while you are in the Bhuloka? And that man says, I have not done any good things at all. Well, you didn't even get a moment to chant a name of Keshava. If you had chanted the name of Keshava, you wouldn't have seen my face. That is the power of name Keshava Nama. Keshava Nama is so very powerful. Just by chanting one time Keshava, you are all muted. But as we go through this presentation, as I'm saying Keshava, 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 be muted, but also you join me chanting that particular name. Keshava. By chanting the name of Keshava, all the Kleshanasana, everything will be destroyed. That is the power of Keshava. That's number one, meaning of Keshava. Number two, Keshi Hantaha. Keshi Hantaha means there was one particular demon whose name was Keshi. He was the last demon who came to kill Krishna. He was destroyed. Therefore, his name is Keshava, who destroyed a Keshi demon. Therefore, his name is Keshava. Number three, the one who was Kesha Pasa who has a beautiful, long, thick, curly hair. Krishna's hairs are so thick, you cannot even find that thickness of dark black color anywhere else. He didn't put coloring or anything. It's naturally dark. You can think of the high degree of darkness. That is how Krishna's hair was so dark. It's dark even when he was fighting. He was in Kurukshetra, by the way. When he was in Kurukshetra, he didn't have gray hairs where he had to go on color. No, he was just having the same Kesha, beautiful, long, thick, curly hair, Kesha. Therefore, his name is Keshava. And the fourth explanation is given K, Ka, Sha, Isha, Va. Ka, Isha, Va. Divide the Keshava into three parts. Ka, Isha, Va. Ka represents Brahma, Isha represents Ishvara, that is Shiva, and Niyanta. Niyanta means that person who controls and makes function this Brahma and Shiva, that is Va, Vishnu. So both Lord Shiva and Brahma and Shiva are being controlled by Vishnu. Therefore, his name is Keshava. So Keshava Nama is Keshava Kleshanasana. Second one, Keshi Hantaha, and then one has a beautiful hair, therefore his name is Keshava, and Keshava because he is the Lord of even Brahma and Lord Shiva. That's the thing. And this particular Keshava Nama is so very special because it is the first one in the list of 12 names. That's number one. Second thing is that this Keshava Nama satisfies all the four categories. What are the four categories? The Swarupa, the Rupa, the Guna, and Vibhava. All the four are mentioned in this one. We don't have much time to go which, how, and so with the stories. So we'll just stick on to the time. We want to close it by 7:30, hopefully. Therefore, we want to move on to the next name, Narayana. Amurtodbhava. Narayana's wife is Amurtodbhava. Her name is Amurtodbhava. By the way, please understand the Narayana that we are talking here is not the same Narayana of Sri Vaikuntham. If it is named Narayana Vaikuntham, we'll see Sri, Bhu, and Neela Devi, three Devis over there. But over here for this Narayana, was an expansion of that Narayana through Vyuga Vasudeva, is different Narayana, but it's all one and the same, one sense, right? So that Narayana's consort is Amurtodbhava. Now, the meaning of Narayana, Nara plus Ayana is Narayana. Nara, again, this particular Narayana name is so very powerful, it can take the entire class. So we're going to only share some little thing about each of these names due to the constraints of limitation that we have. Nara means water. Ayana means resting. Ayana means to rest. Nara means water. One meaning. One who lies on the water, milky ocean in another sense. Ayana means resting. Nara means human or anything else that for that matter. Anything other than the Lord is called Nara. Let it be a sentient being or non-sentient, whether it is a living entity or non-living entity, whether it's a Jivatma or Prakriti, everything falls under Nara. All the Naras, which is resting upon that Ayana, resting on something, that person is Narayana. That means the Lord on whom we are all part and parcel, therefore his name is Narayana. Another meaning is Lord of all the universe. He's not only Lord of one place, he's Lord of every universe. Therefore, his name is also called Narayana. That is number 2. So Keshava, Narayana. This Narayana, this particular Narayana color is blue cloud color, and then it's white. Yeah. So let's move on to the third name, Madhava. Madhava's consort is Kamala. Kamala is again lotus, right? Kamala. So Madhava, in Tiruppavi, we are reciting, reading Tiruppavi, and also Maya, Mamayan, Madhavan, Vaihundan, Nindrindran, Namam, Balamum, Namindrelor, Empavai. You can see that this is the 9th Pasuram where Andal also said Madhavan. Madhavan is a very special name because Krishna likes that name so much. Why? Ma plus Davaha, Madhavaha. Ma plus Davaha, Madhavaha. Davaha here means Swami. Ma means Mother Mahalakshmi. Therefore, who is Swami of consort. Ma. Ma in a sense is the universal mother, Mother Mahalakshmi. Therefore, who Swami of Ma is called Madhava. Ma Davaha Yasya Sa Madhavaha. Ma Davaha Yasya Sa Madhavaha. Swami of Mahalakshmi. Sri Vallabheti Varadeti Dhayapareti Bhakta Priyeti Bhavaluntana Kovideti Nadeti Nagashaineti Jagannivaseti Alapina Ma Puruma Mukundaka. Mukunda Mala, this is the very first sloka. Kulashekara. Over there he says Sri Vallabheti. The Mukundamala starts with the very first sloka, say Sri Vallabheti. Vallabha means Vallabha. Vallabha means one who's dear, one is attracted, one is very dear to Sri. Therefore, Madhava means one who is very much attached and attracted to Ma, and he is the Swami of Ma. And also another meaning has been given, one who appeared in the Vamsa of Madhu, one who appeared in the Madhu dynasty, therefore his name is Madhava. And also it is said that one who gave the Madhu Vidya, there is different types of Vidyas. There are 32 Vidyas as per the Upanishad. And out of 32 Vidya, one Vidya is called Madhu Vidya. And Madhu Vidya, since he gave the Madhu Vidya, therefore his name is Madhava, not Madhusudhana, Madhava. And it said that it is said that one who is born in the race of Madhu, we already saw that one born on Madhu. So those are the meanings why his name is Madhava. Next, move on to the fourth one. Govinda. Govinda Chandra Sodhari. And Govinda Namam is again so very beautiful. I forgot to mention some of these things from Vishnu Sahasranamam, but we'll move on. And if we have time, we can come back and see where these names are mentioned in Vishnu Sahasranamam, as I remember. Now, Govinda Namam. Mahavaraho Govinda, Mahavaraho Govinda, Mahavaraho Govinda. This is from Vishnu Sahasranam. Varaha Avatar, Mahavaraha, Putapasta Lokshanaha. That Mahavaraha is Govinda, Govinda Nama. Even in Andal, she also mentions Govinda Nama. In Kudare Vellum Seer Govinda, Kore Ondrum Illada Govinda, Itrai Parigulvan Undergan Govinda. These are all 3 names which is going to come in Pasuram 27, 28, 29. We are going to see this meaning much more in detail as we go through those pasurams. But the meaning of this is one who is praised by gods. Govinda meaning, many meanings. One meaning is one who is praised by God for helping them. Therefore, his name is Govinda. The another name is, his name is Govinda because he dug out the earth from the deep ocean. Hiranyaksha went and put her into a place where the Lord came as Mahavaraho. He came as a Varaha avatar. He lifted Mother Earth out. Therefore, his name is Govinda. The third is, he's a protector of cow. Therefore, his name is Govinda. Go also means Vedas. One who comforts. Vedas glorifies him. Therefore, his name is Govinda. And these are different names of Govinda. Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. So Keshavaya Namaha, Narayanaya Namaha, Madhavaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha. And let's move on to the fifth one, Vishnuve Namaha. Vishnu's wife is Vishnu Patni. Nice, easy to remember, right? Vishnu name is Vishnu Patni. Vishwam Vishnu Vasakaraha. This is the first sloka, not first sloka in the top, but this is the first sloka of starting of names of Vishnu. When we study Vishnu Sahasranamam, it's not that the very first sloka itself starting of Vishnu's name. Suklam Bharadram Vishnum Sashivarnam Shadrbhajam. It starts from there and then comes to many slokas. And this particular sloka where it mentioned Vishwam Vishnu Vasatkaraha Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. It says that is where the names of Vishnu start. The first name is Vishwam and second name is Vishnu. You see, that name is mentioned in the Vishnu Sahasranam, Vishnu. Also in Bhagavad Gita, also in many places, in the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, in many places, Arjuna himself calls this calls Vishnu's name, where he sees this beauty, the big form of Vishnu, Vishwarupam, and then he just got scared and he says so many glorification. There is about mentions many names. One of the names he says is Vishnu. What is the meaning of Vishnu? Vyapyam means to be pervaded everywhere. Vishnu iti Vishnuhu. That means one who is pervaded. Vyapyatvam means to be pervaded everywhere. One is pervaded everywhere and in everything. That person is called Vishnu. We are not Vishnu because we cannot pervade everywhere. We cannot be in everything. But one who is pervaded everywhere, not only at particular time, all the time in the past, present, and future, is pervaded everywhere and is present in every single thing. Every single thing. Therefore, his name is Vishnu. He is pervaded outside and is pervaded inside also. If not only in the living entities, we always say, right? The Paramatma is present within our heart. Well, the question is Paramatma present in the non-living entities also? A stone? What's the answer? Is Paramatma present in the stone, a rock, a table, a laptop, a cell phone, a light? Is Paramatma present there or not? Sarvavyapi. Therefore, is present everywhere. That's why his name is Vishnu. Like, you have a cell phone. If you really want to make use of the cell phone as a cell phone, then you need to have a SIM card. If the SIM card is not there, the cell phone is not, you can't make calls. Right? Of course, you may tell many other reasons, but just take the example as a simple example. Don't make it complicated. So cell phone, we can make cell phone with calls when we have the SIM card. When the Paramatma is situated, Vishnu is situated in our heart, the Atma, Jivatma can function. The Jivatma can only function because of the presence of Paramatma. Jivatma by itself cannot do any activities. Cannot do it activities. Is totally dependent on Paramatma. Therefore, when Jivatma travels out of the body, guess what? My wife doesn't come, my daughter does not come, my father does not come, my father-in-law, mother-in-law, sister, brother, no one comes with me. They are just going to say bye-bye. There's one song in Tamil, they say, within the house, the relationship exists. Outside the house, the wife comes out until outside of the house. And the son comes till the crematorium. Who comes after that? The poet is, of course, the poet does not complete who comes after that. He says, he puts a question, until the house relationship, outside the house wife, near the crematorium, son comes. Who comes after that? Paramatma comes. Answer is Paramatma comes. Paramatma always travels with us. He is Sarva Vyapi. He is surrounded everywhere. For example, the sky also pervaded everywhere. The sky is also pervaded everywhere. But the problem is it doesn't have niyantam. Niyantam is it doesn't have a rulership. It doesn't rule anything. Sky is pervaded everywhere. It doesn't rule anything. Whereas take another example, king can rule people over people, but the king cannot pervade everywhere. The president sits in the White House. He is not pervaded everywhere. But the sky is pervaded everywhere, but it doesn't have rulership. Who has who's pervaded everywhere and also has controllership? Vishnu. That person is called Vishnu. So that is why Prahlad was able to see Vishnu everywhere. Now, let's get on to the sixth name. So Keshavaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhava Namaha, Govinda Namaha, Vishnu Namaha, Madhusudhanaya Namaha. Madhusudanan's wife is Vaishnavi, Sri Vaishnavi, right? Again, more details are there. The slide can only hold that much on this presentation. but there are weapons column. I did not add. There's a column of what direction this each devatas, it's not devata, excuse me, what direction this particular deity is saving us, protecting us. For example, Madhusudana on the southeast side, Agni, Mula. On the southeast side, Madhusudana is situated and is protecting us. Like everyone is protecting in one part or the other in our life. So we can remember when we are staying in the house, we don't need any protection, by the way. Sometimes we see that people wear the special, they call kapu, right? They call that special a bangle, even men wear for protection. Some people have a special thing, some chanted mantra they wear over here and on their neck, on different thing. The real protection is these names. When we have this name, decorate our body with these names, we don't need any of those, mantra, tantra, all those things. But if you're wearing those things as a Narashima Kavacha, as a Prasadam, there's no wrong in wearing those things. We don't want to wear for many other reasons, because the names of the Lord are giving protection to us all the time. Therefore, the more we vibrate the names of the Lord, we'll be protected. So Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu, Madhusudhana, Hiranya Garbho, Bhugarbho, Madhavo, Madhusudhana. In the Vishnu Sahasranama, it is said Hiranya Garbha. By the way, these are different names of Vishnu in Vishnu Sahasranama, but I'm just reciting a line from Vishnu Sahasranama. Hiranya Garbho, Bhugarbho, Madhavo. You see Madhavo also there. And then Madhusudhana, Madhusudhana. Therefore, Madhusudhana, the meaning of Madhusudhana is a one who's a slayer or killer of a demon called Madhu. There was two demons called Madhu Kaitaba, and there are different versions of how these demons are get killed. There are always differences in Puranas, and which is accepted because it depends on which yuga, which Chatur Yuga it took place, which day of Brahma it took place. There will be variations in some of these things. Everything is accepted, by the way, right? As long as parts of Purana, we can accept it. Likewise, Madhu Kaitaba were killed by the Lord. They came from the Lord and they killed by the Lord in a form of Hayagriva. The Lord who came took a form of a horsehead. Jnananandam Mayam Devam Nirmalam Spatikakritim Adaram Sarva Vidyanam Hayagrivam Upasmahi. That Hayagriva came and killed Madhu Kaitaba. In fact, it is said they themselves came from the Lord. But the Lord killed Madhu. Therefore, its name is Madhusudhana. The Lord who kills Madhu represents, this demon represents our senses. And our senses are killed, meaning in a sense that all our desires are killed by the Lord, who's called Madhusudhana. When we pray to Madhusudhana, all our unwanted desires that has been driven by the senses will be destroyed. It will go away. Therefore, Madhusudhana. Even for that matter, even Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhya Dronam Cha Madhusudhana. Arjuna says, Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhya Dronam Cha Madhusudhana. It's so very beautiful, the commentator given on this particular sloka in Bhagavad Gita, why Arjuna is calling him Madhusudhan. Why? Because Madhusudhana, you are asking me to, your name is Madhusudhana, and you're asking me to kill Bhishma and Drona. Drona is my teacher. Would you kill your teacher Sandipani Muni? Your name is not Sandipani Sudhana. Your name is not Sandipani Sudhana, it's Madhusudhana. Being Madhusudhana, why are you asking me to kill my Guru Dronacharya? If your name was Sandipani Sudhana, then I am ready to go and kill Dronacharya. But your name is Madhusudhana, it's not Sandipani Sudhana. And how can I kill my Guru? How can I kill Bhishmadev? It's not possible, Madhusudhana. Therefore, his name is Madhusudhana. That is name 6. Keshavaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhavaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Vishnuve Namaha, Madhusudhanaya Namaha, Trivikramaya Namaha. Quite interesting, this one. Trivikrama, and the 8th one is Vamanaya Namaha. Many people, they think that Vamana and Trivikrama are one and the same. Yes, we all know it's one and the same, the Supreme Lord. What I meant is they are two different avatars. Even though it appeared and happened during the same period, but they took a different forms. Therefore, we considered Vamana avatar, Trivikrama is another one. Trivikrama, it is in the Vishnu Anand. It is Anando Nandano Nanda. Anando Nanda Nandana Satya Dharma Trivikrama. Yeah, Trivikrama. Satya Dharma Trivikrama. In Vishnu Sahasram, his name has been mentioned Trivikrama. And also in Tiruppavi, Ongi Ulahalanda Uttaman Perpadi, Ambara Madutto Ambara Udaruttongi Ulahalanda, Andrew Ulahalandai Adi Potri, which is coming in the 24th sloka. 24th sloka speaks about Trivikrama again and Pasuram, Tiruppavi. So we can see Trivikrama is very special. His name is Trivikrama because why? Trai, the Vedas are called Trai. Vedas are called Trais because the Vedas speaks and chants the glories of the Lord. His name is Trivikrama, whose name has been glorified by the Vedas. Vedas are called as Trai. His name is Trivikrama. Trivikrama. Vedesya sarvair ahamyevya vedeha vedantakrit veda videva chaham. The essence of Veda is to know, come to an understanding that Krishna, Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanamanam Prapatyate, Vasudevam Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. To come to the point and understanding, I studied a lot. And now I understood the purpose of studying all the scripture is to come to an understanding that Krishna is the supreme Lord. Therefore, the Vedesya Sarve Rahamyeva Vedyaha, the essence of all the Vedas, all the Vedas which speaks about that is Trivikrama. Therefore, his name is Trivikrama. Therefore, see. Now the question may come, well, who appeared first? Even if you Lal Gopal, even if you say Vamana and Trivikrama are two different avatars, who appeared first? Vamana or Trivikrama? It is Vamana. Then why in the sequence Madhusudhana, Vishnuve Namaha, Madhusudhanaya Namaha, Vamanaya Namaha, Trivikramaya Namaha should be the order. Rather, Vishnuve Namaha, Madhusudhanaya Namaha, Trivikramaya Namaha, and then comes Vamana. The order seems to be wrong. It has to be Vamana and then it has to be Trivikrama. Right? Why so? Well, the human tendency is when we say Vamana, the first thing that comes to our mind is a dwarf form. It's a short form. He is a short guy. That's all we see. He's small. He's short. What is great about him? What's great? That's how we think first. But then when we think about the Lord who took a big form, Ulagalanda Perumal, who took a big form as Trivikrama, then we understand how great he is. But we already set our mind, he's short guy. Right? This boy is short. That's how Bali Maharaj, who is this? The short boy is come here, right? He didn't realize the value of the short boy who came there. Therefore, to show the greatness of who is this short person is to tell that Trivikrama is what this Vamana is. Then we'll start appreciating Vamana. Is not an ordinary short dwarf, but actually that Trivikrama is what this Vamana is. Therefore, Trivikrama name is being mentioned first, and then comes Vamana's name. So that is Trivikrama. And the beauty of the Trivikramas is already put his lotus feet on all of our head. When he measured the world, by the way, he only measured two. Because by 1 foot, he covered the lower planetary system. By another foot, he covered all the entire top planetary system. Where is the third foot? Some say that he placed on Bali Maharaj. But if you read the Puranas, you want Bhagavatam also, you won't see that he placed the foot on his head. The Veda says, we don't know where he put his third foot. There could be another altogether a fifth dimension, or what is the fifth dimension of some place where he might have put his third step. We don't know. We don't have access. It's an unanswered question. But for the bhavam, for to have that emotion, we may say that he placed the head, is put on Bali Maharaj head. But the problem, if you say that one, when he measured up and down, is Bali Maharaj is not part of either up and down planetary system. That means already covered Bali Maharaj. There's no, but then if he's already covered, then where's the question of Bali Maharaj saying, place your third step on my head? It's not possible. Therefore, Keshava Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhava Namaha, Govinda Namaha, Vishnu Namaha, Madhusudhana Namaha, Trivikrama Namaha, Vamana Namaha. We are on the 8th one and we have 10 more minutes. No problem. We'll be able to finish it. We'll finish it. Vamana's consort is Hari Vallabha. And Vamana is on the direction of northwest, and he stays there in the northwest direction and give protection to us. protection to us. Yeah. So the meaning of Vamana is one who gives pleasure just looking at his form. That exactly what happened to Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj got attracted to this young boy, young, so beautifully looking small Brahmana with a shaved head, with a tusk on his back, carrying the umbrella and the kamandulu on his head, and then wearing a deer skin and having the sacred thread on him. And it was so beautiful looking boy. Therefore, the one who gives the darshan of his beautiful form is Vamana, is called Vamana. Let's move on to the ninth one. Again, Keshavaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhavaya Namaha. I'm hoping you're all chanting with me. Keshavaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhavaya Namaha, Govinda Namaha, Vishnu Namaha, Madhusudhana Namaha, Trivikrama Namaha, Vamana Namaha. And we are going to go to the ninth one, which is Sridhara Namaha. Sharangirini, his wife. So his consort. So this particular name is so nice because it says that one who bears or holds Sri, the consort of the Lord, one who holds his consort, the barrier of Sri, therefore his name is Sri Dhara. Dhara means to Dharati means to be the foundation or to hold, to hold something, to catch hold of something, or you carry some object, you carry Dharati. This Bhumi is Dharam, is carrying us. Likewise, Sri Dhara means one who carries Sri. His name is Sri Dhara. Sri Dharaha, Sri Karaha, Sriyaha, Sriman. This is also from Vishnu Sahasranama. In Vishnu Sahasranam, it is mentioned Sri Dharaha. But the way that he carries Sri is not the way that we carry objects of this world. If I want to carry a laptop, I carry the laptop. I carry the laptop like this, and I go and I keep it over there. That is done. Is that how the Lord carries the Sri Mahalakshmi also? Definitely not. Definitely not. The example is that the gems bears is luster. The flowers bears fragrance. The moon has moonlight. The nectar has sweetness. Right? We know this one. Now the question is, it's not possible to remove or separate the luster from the diamond. It is not possible to remove the fragrance from the flower. It is not possible to remove the moonlight from the moon. It is not possible to remove the sweetness from the sweet, the nectar. It is not possible to remove Sri Mahalakshmi from Narayana. That is how he carries. That is how he carries. That is how he carries. Therefore, it's not like how we carry. Therefore, he carries in a different ways, which she cannot be separated from him. Ahalahelen irayum endru alamel mangai urai marba. She will never move out of the chest, the heart of Narayana. Urai marba, she always there. Therefore, his name is Sridhara. Why she doesn't want to get out of her husband? Because she knows that she has to be there to help the Jivatmas. When the Jivatma comes, Narayana, the Lord, will ask a question: why are you here? What have you done? Have you done any good things? Have you chanted my name? He's going to shoot questions. At that time, the goddess of fortune was sitting in the Lord's heart will tell, my dear Lord, don't forget, you are the Lord of everyone. Do not send him off, accept him. Don't show anger to him, just accept him. Therefore, she resides in the heart of the Lord all the time, all the time. Therefore, his name is Sridhara. Now, number 10, HrusIkeSA. HrusIkeSA, Isha means the controller. Isha means a controller. Rishi means the senses or Indriyas, one who controls the senses. Now the question is, whose senses? Does Krishna has to control his senses of tongue? He should not eat too many things. He should not watch movies. He should not hear about movie songs. Or is he have to control his senses? No, he is HrusIkeSA because he can control his devotees' senses. Therefore, HrusIkeSA plays a very important role, that we can pray to the Lord to give us a capacity or power to strength to control our senses. So he is called HrusIkeSA. But his senses, if he controls his senses, then it's a problem for us. Say, for example, we go and we get the darshan of the Lord and he closes his eyes because he is HrusIkeSA, is controlling his seeing capacity, ability. So he's not going to open his eyes, he's going to control his seeing ability. So he's just in a meditation. Well, if he closes his eyes, then how can we release his beautiful lotus-like eyes? Therefore, he has to open his eyes. His senses should be accessible to all of us. But our senses has to be controlled and directed towards that Supreme Lord. In Bhagavatam, that's beautiful. The second canto of Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami says, what he says is, those who has tongue but does not chant the name of the Lord, the tongue is like the frog's tongue, no use. Those who have the ears but does not hear the glories of the Lord is like a snake hole. Those who are walking and breathing, but they are not using their life force in the service of the Lord. It's like the what is that? The pumping thing to pump, right? I'm forgetting the name. What Bhagavatam translations? Prabhupada.
Bellow.
What is it?
Bellow.
Bellow. Thank you, Prabhu. Bellow. It's like a bellow. Just breathes in and out. What is the use of it? What's the use of it? And you have the eyes, but then you don't look at the beautiful form of the Lord. It's like plumes of the peacock feather. It's very nice. But what's the use of peacock feather? Can it see? It has thousands of beautiful eyes, but you cannot see it. Your hands are not being used. Your legs are not being used. It's like a tree which cannot move. Therefore, literally what Sukadeva Goswami is telling is, you are a walking dead body. If you're not using your senses, your faculties of your body, all that you have, and you're still functioning, that means you're a walking dead body. Therefore, HrusIkeSA is the one who can control our senses. HrusIkeSA, Keshavaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhava Namaha, Govinda Namaha, Vishnu Namaha, Madhusudhana Namaha, Trivikrama Namaha, Vamana Namaha, Sridhara Namaha, HrusIkeSA Namaha, and then we just have two more names and 2 more minutes. Let's go through Padmanabhaya. Padmanabhaya, whose wife is Mahalakshmi. This Padmanabhaya is situated in the heart. Padmanabhaya Aravinda Akshaya Padma Garbha. It said in Vishnu Sahasranama, this name comes. Padmanabho Aravinda Akshaha. Padmanabha. Padmanabha, again, this is going to take a lot of time. But in short, those who have read Bhagavatam, the very first sloka of Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, first sloka, Janmadi Asya Yato Anvaya Idaracha Atteshu Abhijna Swarat, Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Gavaye Mukhyanti Yat Sureha, Tejo Varimritam Yata Vinimayo Yat Sargamrisa, Dhamna Svena Sada Niratakupam Satyam Param Dhimahi. So how the Lord creates, maintains, how he gives Brahma Hridaya, how he imparts the knowledge of the Vedas in the heart of the Brahma, heart of Brahma. The Lord is called Padmanabha because from his navel, a beautiful lotus flower sprouts out. On top of it, Brahma appears. Brahma comes. Therefore, Brahma is son of the Lord Narayana. And from Brahma comes Shiva. Therefore, Shiva is a grandson of Lord Narayana. We have to understand this sequence of the order of this one. So therefore, this nama, Padmanabha, meaning is that one who has a beautiful lotus-like navel. That's now one meaning. Second meaning is one who resides in the center of the heart, the lotus heart of everyone. The heart, it is said, the Shastra says, the heart is like a lotus flower. Within the heart, the Lord resides. Therefore, his name is Padmanabha. And from this, another meaning is, from his navel, the lotus came out and Brahma appeared. Therefore, his name is Padmanabha. This name talks about the greatness of the Lord. Padmanabha talks about greatness of the Lord, from whom even Brahma has appeared. Paratvam, it's called Paratvam. Paratvam is the greatness of the Lord. And then Saulabhyam means the simplicity. And that is mentioned in the last name, Damodara. So again, Keshavaya Namaha, Narayana Namaha, Madhavaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Vishnuve Namaha, Madhusudhana Namaha, Trivikrama Namaha, Vamana Namaha, Sridhara Namaha, HrusIkeSa Namaha, Padmanabha Namaha. Lastly, Damodara Namaha, whose consort is Loka Sundari. Loka Sundari is his wife. What is it called? Damodara Saha. Hetur Damodara Saha. In Vishnu Sahasranama, his name is mentioned Damodara. What's the meaning of Damodara? He who has the entire world in his belly, in his abdomen, everything is under his belly. He just swallows, he just takes up everything at the time of Pralaya. His name is Damodara. One who was tied around his waist by Mother Yashoda. She tied a rope around Udaram. Udaram means the waist or abdomen, and Dhama means rope. One who's been tied by this rope. Therefore, his name is Damodara. And another meaning is been told Damodara is one who gives happiness to his devotees. Like that, many names are there. Now, with that said, let's move on to the last slide. We'll just take extra 2 more minutes to finish this one. What are the benefits of chanting this 12 names? Which is, we always want the palastuti, right? Not the material benefit. We are not aspiring for material benefits, but spiritual benefit. What is that we are going to gain by chanting this name? Keshava Nama will get us the sambandham. Sambandham means the relationship. We get connected to the Lord. By chanting Keshava name, we get connected to the Lord. The sambandham get established. By chanting Narayana's name, we get the Anugraham. Anugraham, the mercy of the Lord. Then next we get the mercy of the Lord. By chanting the name of Madhava, that mercy that we got is the Lord get pleased when we chant Madhava's name. And the Anugraham multiplies, it gets multifolds by itself. Because why? Madhava, we are connecting the Lord with his consort, Mahalakshmi. We accept him through Mahalakshmi, through her a mediator, or Purushakaram for that matter, who knows the terms what Purushakaram means from the Tiruppavi lecture. Therefore, that name we have to chant Madhava. Govinda, what happens when you get when we establish a relationship, and that is through the mercy, and the mercy is flowing, and when it flows to the blessings of Sri Mahalakshmi, what happens? The Lord becomes very happy, and he gives a name to us called Govinda. Govinda means Govinda, 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 Govinda. Always you keep chanting the name of Govinda, 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 Kundarikaksha, Govinda, Rakshamam, Sharanagatim, Govinda, Govinda. Rest of the life, we just keep chanting Govinda name. Because by chanting Govinda name, it brings us joy. Number 4. Number 5, Vishnu, whose wife is Vishnu Patni, he will reveal the transcendental form to us by chanting the name of Vishnu, Vishnu, Vishnuve Namaha, Vishnuve Namaha, Vishnuve Namaha. His transcendental form get revealed to us. When we go in the order of Keshava, Narayana, Madhava, Govinda, Vishnu will reveal himself to us. Madhusudhana. What happens and what Madhusudhana does is, he revolves around us all the time. Like, a boy revolves around a girl wanting to get her married. So likewise, the Lord Madhusudhana revolves continuously around us to get rid of all the enemies that we have. Madhusudhana, he kills all the enemies and take in charge of us. Therefore, we chant Madhusudhana. Trivikrama. He will give us the mind to always meditate upon him, because mind is totally out of control. We don't have control of our mind. Therefore, when we chant the name of Trivikramaya Namaha, what happens? He will give that mind, a stable mind, where we can meditate upon the Lord. And Vamanaya Namaha, he will destroy the bad, even though we can meditate upon the Lord, but there are some way we get distracted, right? We get distracted. The mind goes out and comes for some time. It goes here, go to India, go to our father, go to our mother, or go to work, go to kitchen, go to something, it comes back. Again, we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Again, it goes, again, it comes. Therefore, when we chant Vamana name, he makes the mind much more stronger, where we can fix our mind without any distraction. Vamanaya Namaha. Sridhara, Sridharaya Namaha, he personally appears in our heart and resides in our heart to continuously give Anugraham, to continuously give mercy. Therefore, Sridhara comes into our heart. HrusIkeSA, he does the greatest upakaram. Upakaram is greatest favor, greatest help, because Our senses are always wandering all different places. The eyes are pulling in one direction, nose is pulling in one direction, ears are pulling in one direction, the tongue is pulling in one direction, and the hands are pulling in all direction. Likewise, it's all getting pulled in different direction. Therefore, when we chant the name of Rishikesha, that senses will also come under our control. Padmanabha with Mahalakshmi, when we pray to Padmanabha, he gives himself to us. He was ready to give himself to us. What are the best gift that we can get rather than Lord himself? When we had Lords, when we have the Lord with us, we don't need anything else. And finally, Damodara. We will get to understand when we chant the name of Damodara, we'll try to understand how great that Supreme Lord, who cannot be reached, made himself to be so accessible, reachable, that Damodara, when we appreciate Damodara in that way, our bhakti grows rapidly without any speed breaker, without any speed breaker humps. It just goes straight there. Therefore, by chanting every day with full concentration, with great respect, meditating that Krishna, Keshava, we establish a relationship. Narayana will give his Anugraha. Madhava will be pleased through his Mahalakshmi, his consort, and Govinda Namam will be making us always happy and be in blissful situation. Vishnu will reveal his transcendental form to us. Madhusudhana will always revolve and be around us to destroy all the enemies that we have internally, especially internal enemies, he has to be destroyed. Madhusudhana and Trivikrama will try to give a control of our mind. Vamana will make the mind fully controlled, and then Sridhara will personally come and situated in our heart, and Rishikesha will help us do a big help, upakaram, to control our senses, and the Lord Padmanabha will give himself to us by understanding this thing, the glories of the Lord, who is Damodara, who came here for our pleasure to tie us and get tied by our bhakti. When we chant these names, this is going to be the meditation that we can carry on for rest of this year 2025, and think how we can connect to these names of every month. When we sincerely try to connect with these names every month, the respective month, we will definitely get the benefit of this one. All we have to have is the desire to get connected and determination to wanting to understand the relationship that I have with Krishna. So Krishna can give us Anugraha with Srimati Radharani. Let's all chant together. Keshavaya Namaha, Narayanaya Namaha, Madhavaya Namaha, Govindaya Namaha, Vishnuve Namaha, Madhusudhanaya Namaha, Trivikramaya Namaha, Sridharaya Namaha, Vamanaya Namaha, Sridharaya Namaha, HrusIkeSaya Namaha, Padmanabhaya Namaha, Damodaraya Namaha. नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने सुभद्रा प्राणनाथाय जगन्नाथाय मंगलम श्रेया कांताय कल्याण कल्याण निधये निधयेतिना श्री वेंकटेश निवासाय श्रीनिवासाय मंगलम बृंदारण्य निवासाय बलरामानुजाय च रुक्मिणी प्राणनाथाय पार्थ सुधाय मंगलम. Wish you all a very happy. One more thing, Sengan Tirumugat, this being a special month, we have to do a mangalam, we have to do a blessings to all of us by chanting this particular last part of Tirupavi. Sengan Tirumugattu Selvat Tirumalal Yengum Tiruvarul Petru Inpurvar Empavar. By the mercy of the Supreme Lord, let everyone have a good life in this planet as long as they live, and the another planet, the spiritual world, when we go there, we'll be happy here. Let all be happy here with good health, good health and good wealth, everything, with a good family. The family can help and everyone help each other and have a good life in this lifetime. Also, when we leave this body and go back to Krishna, we are going to have a wonderful lifetime. Selvat Sengan Tirumugattu Selva Tirumalal Yengum Tiruvarul Petru Inburvar Empavai. Wish you all a very, very happy new year. Happy 2025. Thank you for the opportunity. I hand it over to Ramacharya Prabhu. He is going to share a few words about this 2025. I request him to tag.
Really, thank you so much. I cannot come up with any topic that is better than this. I really, think that this was excellent topic for the occasion. So thank you so much for your time, and definitely a lot, I learned today about all these names and the meaning and how it benefits. So really appreciate Prabhuji for the session. Would like to just open and see if there are any questions, anything anybody would like to ask. We can take few minutes to make this session a little bit more interactive. So devotees, please go ahead. If you have anything that you'd like to share, please feel free to do so.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, done with pranam.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, thank you so much for such an insightful session. There is so much to learn, and this is never ending. So, the simple question that I have is like, how how much one should try to grasp, because there is so much. It's a wealth and ocean of the information. And just as a daily practitioner, how what should be our attitude besides like being just trying to improve every day?
There's a
And
saying, there's a saying in Tamil, I'll translate it. Katrathu kaimannalavu kalladadu ulagalavu or malayalavu. That means what we have learned, or there's also saying katrathu kadugalavu. They also say whatever we have learned is the size of mustard seed. And there's a mountain sizes out there, right? So there is no end to learning. There's no end to learning. And we are learning to appreciate Krishna's qualities and his greatness. And it doesn't have an end. And we should not limit ourselves of our learning because it's beautiful. And as we are learning, the learning should make us much more dependent on Krishna and make us much more humbler. Not humbler is not the right word. Humble. Make us humble. So more we learn, the more we humble we become. That is the intention of why we are learning this thing, not that we want to become a panditji, become a scholarly person to show how great we are and we know everything. That's not the intention. By you all gave Ramacharya Prabhu, you gave an opportunity for me to spend this Sunday. Otherwise, I'd be sleeping, doing nothing, eating paratha and playing and doing nothing. The whole day, it was bliss. I can just tell it was a bliss trying to do research and trying to get what is the meaning of this one, what is this one. I mean, I have no words to thank for this opportunity. So I don't know if I answered your question or not, but learning is great. Jnana is very important, but that jnana should be bhakti rupa panna jnana. Please understand, the jnana should be bhakti rupa pannam. The jnana should be coated with bhakti. Without bhakti, there's no need to come to class, read anything, get certification of this. We are doing all this thing to cultivate. Ultimately, we want to develop bhakti to Krishna. That is why we are doing all these classes and courses and certification, not to become anything else other than this one. So that's all I can answer. So much to read, right?
yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Yeah, there is so much to read and so much to understand. Like it is like
But the
never ending.
sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt. But the thing is, the point is that it is not that we have to complete it to go back to Krishna. We have to complete all the scriptures, all the Puranas, because we cannot do it anyway, because the size of those things are huge. There's a story that I can tell later. I might have told to you all a time, Bharadwaja Muni story, but I don't want to tell that now and take more time. But there's a lot to learn. So we'll be happy with until the end of the deathbed, we'll continue to learn. Learn means what? Continue to learn the glories of Krishna, which is unlimited. It continues. Thank you
Yes.
very much for the beautiful question. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Neeraj Prabhu. Anybody would like to ask, share anything?
Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for the beautiful class. Explaining all the names and the importance and how we can meditate on those. No, I'm also chanting those names, but not carrying the weight of those names when I'm using them. So this will really help meditate on those names when I'm using it. One small clarification. My wife asked me this, but I could not answer it, so I just posing it to you. When we talk about Paramatma is there in the heart, right, Prabhu? You said Paramatma is there in living entity and non-living entity, and we know Andantarastha Paramanu Chayantarastham, in the Govinda Adi Purusham prayer, that he is there in the individual atoms. So the Paramatma in our heart has we also have other cells and atoms in our body also, right? So he is also there inside of those atoms. Is that Paramatma in the heart and the Paramatma within the atoms the same form? How do we understand that?
There are two types of forms of the Lord. One is Sukshma, where he in a subtle level, without form. And for the yogis, he is with the form, 400 form. Okay. But we are not yogis. The Lord who is in a subtle form will reveal himself with the 400 form for those people who are focusing on the Paramatma. Okay. And another additional thing I want to tell is the Lord is present. You said Lord, we said the Lord is present in every object, right? Even stone is present. To understand what level of his presence, just take the ocean. When you have pebbles around, we can tell in this one stone, there is Jivatma, there is Paramatma. By the way, even stone has Jivatma. Whether we know, stone, even dead body has Jivatma, for that matter. The primary Atma leaves and goes away. The dead body is lying there. In the dead body, other Atmas are still there until it's been burnt. But that's not the question. My point, what I'm trying to say is, to understand presence of Paramatma, you take 10 pebbles. That means we can easily tell Paramatma, one in the one stone, Paramatma, two stone, Paramatma, 3, 4. There are 10 Paramatmas and 10 different stones, correct? My question is, I'm not challenging, we are discussing it. In an ocean, that means how many Paramatmas are there? For 10 pebble stones, we can tell 10 Paramatma, easy to count, right? In an ocean, how can you tell how many Paramatmas are there? And the Shastra says it's very difficult to tell. Every drops of that ocean, Paramatma is present. Every drops in that ocean. Then that is called Sarvavyapi. Vyapatvam. Vyapyatvam means that is the level of his presence. That's the level of his presence. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Ravi, can we end here? If that's okay.
Yeah, if you have something else to do, then definitely we can end. But if devotee wants to ask, it's totally up to you, Prabhuji.
Okay, we can take one more question and then we can wrap it.
Anybody has anything that they would like to ask? Last one. Be the fortunate one to ask if you have something.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavat. Pranam.
Yes, Prabhu, go ahead.
I just have one quick clarification again, Prabhu. All the 12 names where we have starting from Keshava Nama up to Damodara Nama, we have a separate consort. You have pointed out in one slide. Is it correct to consider that although they have different names, but they are actually Rukmani Devi or Lakshmi Ji expansion, or the expansion of Radharani?
Yes, correct. Yes, they are all expansions. They are
Thank
all.
you.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Hare Krishna. So I just have one small announcement, Prabhuji. Not because it related to me, but we all need your blessings and mercy. So today is Karunanidhi's birthday.
Oh, wow.
So please, give your wishes